Cheifs, I got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The game, and it's second down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Jameis to throw it. He'll have a first down past the 40. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. In 13. From the gun, Winston. Fancy footwork in midfield. Out quickly to Judy. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Here we go, D. All day, defense. All day.
Winston now to throw on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
For Kansas City.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this.
Too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's another Broncos first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. Jameis again. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain to it, the one that got him down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he powers his way up past the 30.
The ball carrier.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air. Inside the 35.
31-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. from the shotgun to give to Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and short yardage. Winston got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Here's Winston. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Play action now. Winston to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Lindsey. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Check. Lucky. Easy.
Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover it? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You gonna yell at me? You go cover it.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now and the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out, but all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. His pass caught at the 4. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the Broncos' 2-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And Mahomes is going to keep it. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Edwards-Helaire. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
From the 27, Mahomes going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get any. Broncos will take over on downs.
Turnover on downs.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
1st and 10 at the 38.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Winston. And Jones has it over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now Winston. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
That's a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 21-14. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. This is the tight end fan. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike 50, Mike 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Big stop, G. Hey, let's go.
A first down throw for Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point from McManus. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now a hit and a loose football.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Broncos.
First down, Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
Winston's pass intercepted by the Chiefs. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, first and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Mahomes going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
He'll fire one. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Now Winston. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught at the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. Now the ball comes loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. We'll see if they can avoid doing it here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting...
And this will be caught at the 30. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play on 3rd down for the Chiefs. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Number 4.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
First and goal, Kansas City.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
Patrick Mahomes, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
You use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd and 2, Winston throwing the out route and complete. That's Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Option play, and Hill will keep it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
And goal.
From the gun, here's Hill. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Mahomes firing complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. High-scoring game. These offenses continue to hum and move the football.
And I don't know about you, partner, but I'm starting to get a little winded here, because watching them go up and down the field here in Denver where the air is rare, I think we need to go ask the chain crew how they keep up, because they've been going up and down the field and handling this thing.
That's a good point. I feel sorry for those guys at this high altitude. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. That's complete to Mooney. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Complete to
Darnell Mooney. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
For the point after.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
John Franklin Myers on the tackle.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing, Winston. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll bring up second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to... Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Aaron Jones, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
For the extra point.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
First and 10, here's Mahomes. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down, Kansas.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Chiefs 42. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 37-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, Winston. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Jones. He's to the 10, and all the way down to the 5.
The ball carrier.
Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
At the Chiefs' 5-yard line. Today's final score, Broncos.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Can I kick it? With the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was making, she mixed it. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kick it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. You friend smart, but my boy's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what would help. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Get triumphant, look, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment, energy up my body burning. And my stomach keep up turning, stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it, you gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, baby. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm tryna find you. Say I got sex appeal. I think it's cause I work that gun. I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win.
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with him, he so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place.
And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard, when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man, suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on him and I bust out the south side, is that Vigo de Gallo?
Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young.
Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pulse to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex.
Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket.
Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young.